The Kopili Fault Zone. Garba of Gujarat has been inscribed in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. The Union Minister of State for Panchayati Raj informed Lok Sabha about the Panchayat Development Index. India's first patient diagnosed with Pompe disease died. Union Minister of State introduced Gram Manchitra application. Youth for Unnati and Vikas with AI. What is Essential Services Maintenance Act? Google announced the launch of its latest, most powerful AI model, Gemini. Decarbonization of transport sector is essential to achieve a net zero greenhouse gas emission target by 2070. India ranks 7th in Climate Change Performance Index. Researchers from the Indian Institute of Geomagnetism have identified seismogenic liquefaction features in the active Kopili Fault Zone. It is a 300 km long and 50 km wide lineament situated in the northeastern region of India. It extends from western part of Manipur to tri-junction of Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. It is closer to Himalayan frontal thrust. This is a seismically active area, falling into the highest seismic hazard zone 5. It is associated with collisional tectonics because of the Indian plate subducting beneath the Eurasian plate. The fault itself is a transfractional fracture that generates lower crustal, dextral, strike-slip earthquakes. The Kopili Fault Zone has witnessed many seismic activities in the past, including 1869 earthquake and 1943 earthquake. Garba of Gujarat has been inscribed in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. It is a ritualistic and devotional dance performed throughout the state of Gujarat. It is celebrated for 9 days during the festival of Navaratri. The festival is dedicated to the worship of feminine energy or Shakti. The cultural, performative, and visual expressions of feminine energy are expressed through Garba dance. The performative and visual celebration of Garba takes place within homes and temple courtyards, public spaces in villages, urban squares, streets, and large open grounds. Garba thus becomes an encompassing participatory community event. In addition to being a religious ritual, Garba fosters social equality by diluting socio-economic, gender, and rigid sect structures. It continues to be inclusive and participative by diverse and marginalized communities, strengthening community bonds. This dance form is the 15th cultural item from India to make it to UNESCO list. Cultural heritage does not end at monuments and collection of objects, but also includes traditions or living expressions inherited from our ancestors and passed on to our descendants, such as oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, knowledge, and practices concerning nature and the universe, or the knowledge and the skills to produce traditional crafts. The Union Minister of State for Panchayat Raj informed Lok Sabha about the Panchayat Development Index. It is a multi-domain and multi-sectoral index that is intended to be used to assess the overall holistic development, performance and the progress of panchayats. It takes into account various socio-economic indicators and parameters to gauge the well-being and development status of local communities within the jurisdiction of panchayat. It would play a significant role for performance evaluation and progress assessment in achieving the localization of sustainable development goals in rural area. Under this, the local indicators framework on 9 themes of localization of sustainable development goals was prepared. The 9 themes taken into account are poverty free and enhanced livelihood in village, healthy village, child friendly village, water sufficient village, clean and green village, village with self sufficient infrastructure, socially just and socially secured villages, village with good governance and women friendly village. This index ranks panchayats on the basis of scores and categorizes them into 4 grades. Those with scores under 40% fall in grade D, 40 to 60% in grade C, 60 to 75% in grade B, 75 to 90% in category A, while those scoring above 90% will be categorized as A+. It shall provide valuable insights into the areas that require attention for improvement within the rural areas under the jurisdiction of panchayats. It helps in identifying disparities, achievement of development goals, and formulating targeted policies and intervention to enhance the overall well being and quality of life of rural communities. India's first patient diagnosed with the Pompe disease died after spending nearly 6 years in a semi comatose state. It is a rare inherited disorder that affects one child per million. Mutations in GAA gene cause Pompe disease. The GAA gene provides instructions for producing an enzyme called acid alpha glucosidase. This enzyme is active in lysosomes, which are structures that serve as a recycling centers within the cells. The enzyme normally breaks down glycogen into a simpler sugar called glucose, which is the main energy source for most cells. Mutations in GAA gene prevent acid alpha glucosidase from breaking down glycogen effectively, which allows this sugar to build up to toxic levels in lysosomes. This buildup damages organs and tissues throughout the body, particularly the muscles, leading to the progressive signs and symptoms of Pompe disease. Some common side effects and symptoms include muscle weakness, respiratory issues, heart problems, and difficulty swallowing. The treatment includes enzyme replacement therapy. Union Minister of State for Panchayat Raj informed the Lok Sabha about the Gram Manchitra application. In order to encourage the spatial planning by the Gram Panchayat, Ministry of Panchayati Raj had launched Geographic Information System application, Gram Manchitra. This application facilitates and supports Gram Panchayats to perform planning at Gram Panchayat level using geospatial technology. It provides a single and unified geospatial platform to better visualize the various departmental works to be taken up across the different sectors and provide a decision support system for Gram Panchayat development plans. The ministry has launched M-Action Soft, a mobile-based solutions to help in capturing photos with the geotags for the works which have assets as an output. Geotagging of the assets is done in all 3 stages: before the start of the work, during the work, and on completion of work. This would provide a repository of information on all works and assets related to natural resource management, water harvesting, drought proofing, sanitation, agriculture, check dams, and irrigation channels. December 3rd, 1984, leaking toxic gas from Union Carbide factory in Bhopal killed at least 3,000 people and caused several thousands of physical deformities. December 5th, 1971, India recognized Bangladesh as a country. December 7, 1856, the Hindu widow was officially married for the first time in the country. The Ministry of Electronics and IT has said that the program Yuva AI, Youth for Unnati and Vikas with AI, will be featured at the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence GPAI Summit beginning from Tuesday in New Delhi. The program designed to equip the youth with essential AI skills has garnered attention for its innovative approach and commitment to enabling a future-ready workforce. The program is a collaborative initiative of the National E-Governance Division under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and also Intel India. The ministry said Yuva AI aims to foster a deeper understanding of AI to enable school students from class 8 to 12 across the nation with AI skills and to empower them to become human-centric designers and the users of AI. Large number of leaders, policymakers and experts in the field of AI will be participating in GPAI Summit between 12th to 14th of December. The summit will provide an ideal stage for Yuva AI to showcase its impact and significance. The Odisha government recently invoked Orissa Essential Services Act (ESMA), prohibiting strikes by paramedical staff including nurses, pharmacists, technicians, class 3 and 4 employees to ensure that medical services are not disrupted. It is an act of Indian Parliament enacted in 1968 to assure the supply of certain services that, if impeded, would harm people's daily lives. It is enforced to prohibit striking employees from refusing to work in certain essential services. Employees cannot cite bandh or a curfew as an excuse not to report to work. Services relating to public conservation, sanitation, water supply, hospitals, or national defense are essential. Any establishment involved in producing, delivering, or distributing petroleum coal, electricity, steel, or fertilizer also gets classified as providing essential services. Aside from that, any banking related service may be subject to ESMA. This status also applies to communication and transportation services and any government initiative relating to acquisition and distribution of food grains. Each state has its own ESMA with provisions that differ slightly from the federal status. As a result, if the nature of the strike disturbs only one or more states, the states can initiate it. The Act also allows states to choose the essential services on which to enforce ESMA. In a nationwide interruption, particularly involving railways, the central government may activate ESMA. Google announced the launch of its latest, most powerful AI model, Gemini. It is a new multi-mode general AI model, which means it can understand and work with different formats, including text, code, audio, image, and video at the same time. It is now available to users across the world through Bard, some developer platforms, and even new Google Pixel 8 Pro devices. It can understand, explain, and generate high-quality code in the world's most popular programming languages like Python, Java, C++, and Go. It comes in three sizes, the yet-to-be-launched Ultra, Pro, and Nano. Gemini Ultra, the largest and most capable model, will be meant for highly complex tasks. It is available now only to selected customers, developers, partners, and safety and responsibility experts for early experimentation and feedback. Gemini Pro will be best at scaling across a wide range of tasks and is now available in Bard for regular users across the world. Gemini Nano will manage on-device tasks and is already available on Pixel 8 Pro, powering new features like Summarize in the Recorder app and Smart Reply via Gboard. The Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Bhupendra Yadav, has said that decarbonization of transport sector is essential to achieve a net zero greenhouse gas emission target by 2070. Speaking at the sideline of an event on India-US payment security mechanism for e-buses in India, the minister said the adoption of electric vehicles will play a crucial role in achieving the goal of net zero emissions set by the government of India. The minister said India-US payment security mechanisms for e-buses will play an important role in establishing an e-bus manufacturing and export hub in India. The minister said these transitions to e-buses, however, poses challenges to public transportation authorities owing to their high upfront cost and lower realization of revenue from operations. The India-US PSM agreement was made during the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to USA and mentioned in India-US joint statement with an aim to facilitate the deployment of 10,000 made-in-India electric buses. The move was reaffirmed during India's G20 presidency, underscoring the importance of reducing carbon emissions in the transport sector. India has been placed 7th in this year's Climate Change Performance Index. The country improved one rank from the previous one and also remained among the highest performers. According to a report released during the Global Climate Conference in Dubai, India maintained its top 10 position for the 5th year in a row. The index evaluates climate mitigation efforts of 63 countries and the European Union, covering over 90% of global greenhouse gas emissions. China, the largest polluter, came in at number 51, while US, the second biggest emitter, came in at number 57. India's past performance in CCPI ranking shows significant improvement from 31st rank in 2014 to 7th in 2023. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was an Indian politician and poet who served 3 terms as the 10th Prime Minister of India. First for a term of 13 days in 1996, then for a period of 13 months from 1998 to 1999, followed by a full term from 1999 to 2004. Vajpayee was one of the co-founders and a senior leader of BJP. He was a member of RSS. He was the first Indian Prime Minister not of INC to serve as a full term in office. He was also a renowned poet and a writer. During his tenure as Prime Minister, India carried out Pokhran 2 nuclear test in 1998. Vajpayee sought to improve diplomatic relations with Pakistan, traveling to Lahore by bus to meet with Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. After 1999 Kargil war with Pakistan, he sought to restore relations through engagement with President Parvez Musharraf, inviting him to India for a summit at Agra. Vajpayee's government introduced many domestic economic and infrastructural reforms, including encouraging the private sector and foreign investments, reducing governmental waste, encouraging research and development and privatization of some government-owned corporations. During his tenure, India's security was threatened by a number of violent incidents, including 2001 Indian Parliament attack and 2002 Gujarat riot, which ultimately caused his defeat in 2004 general election.